drive and I shoot on a mission. I was raised by the realest niggas. All they told us was kill all these niggas. We never gonna lose if we handle this business. Took a turn on the road to the riches. Left my heart on the curb in the trenches. Everything that I want was expensive. And it came with a lot of conditions.
What's good, YouTube? My name is Chris, here with Fresh Off the Lot. This is my first YouTube video. I wanted to provide some content for you guys, whether that's tinting, detailing, or what I'm doing behind the scenes. That's the purpose of this video and future videos to come. Back here we have a 2014 Scion XB. It's gonna get a 5% ceramic tint in the back windows and then 20 in the front. We've already knocked out the back ones, so we just need the front ones. Let's go.
Chief out of flight, nigga can't even see me on way out of here, I'm too far in the sky. Heard me, it's ash ready to dump my ashes. Bitch so pretty, look better than Cassie. Puffin' on Zooters and she calling me daddy. Walking on shit, turn it up and not gassing. Came out the gutter, they ain't never me the swagger. Security bag, got a bitch, I'm a bagger. Turning it up, gotta make sure she good. Park a 2 mil in the middle of my hood.
Alright, Chris, who taught you how to tint?
So I actually had some guy by the name of Caesar. He was like my first guy that like taught me. He taught me a lot. He was just too busy, but he taught me the basics. So he taught me how to like line up the film on the glass, how to mark my edges, cut the top, and essentially what I'm doing right here. He taught me all of that, but he just got so busy that, you know, he couldn't keep coming. So I ended up going to LA Wrap and Tint School. I got my certification there. It was a 5-day course. And they basically taught me everything that I know now. They taught me the basics. But like I said, like I'm still learning with every car that I do. So I'm still not a master at this, but I've come a long way for sure from where I've started. Those are the two people that taught me, Caesar and then the LA Wrap and Tint School. So shout out to both of them.
So what are you doing right here?
Right here, I'm just lining up the edge. So this line right here lines up with this. I'm essentially just cutting it, making sure that the lines are straight, so that way when I install, you know, you're not gonna get like any type of curves in the film. You're not gonna do anything. And keep in mind too, I'm not cutting the glass. These are stainless steel blades and I'm constantly snapping them off, I should say. So if I'm cutting on the glass, it's harmless to the glass, everything's good. So this right here is actually a white scrub pad. I need to make sure that the entire glass is scrubbed down. I've already scraped it with a metal blade, a stainless steel blade, so I'm making sure that I'm not scratching the glass. But this is essentially just prep work before I install the tint, pretty much. So this right here is just getting prepped for installation. It's a squeegee right here. I'm gonna grab this towel and just squeegee everything out with each pass. That way I'm not bringing up any contaminants, because they will show up when it comes to the installation. So I'm gonna grab my tri-edge right here, wrap the towel around it, and you're gonna be mind blown right here. Look at this. That's what's sitting in your guys' nasty ass cars. And this is what sits in the jambs of the windows, and if I don't clean it, this will get into the tint. So you need to make sure to get those seals nice and fresh, because we're always fresh off the lot.
So what are you doing right here?
This right here is called the 2-stage method. I no longer remove door panels. I've had a bad experience with that. So personally, I choose not to remove the door panels. If you get a tint with me, I'm not going to be removing that. So because of that, as you can see, the door panel's still on. I'm actually gonna load the film from the top, from the top to the bottom. And that's what I'm doing right now. But I'm just trying to line this up as good as possible on the top. Once it's lined up, I'll squeegee it, roll the window up, and then tuck the bottom of the film in. So,
What type of film do you use?
this is XL IRP. So it's based off of, well, the company's name is American Standard Window Film. And I have actually a pretty good relationship with the guy over there. His name's Jimmy. So shout out to Jimmy. But this is XL IRP. IRP meaning infrared protection. So this is gonna give you heat blockage. It's gonna block out the UV rays. And you know, this is essentially like the highest quality tint that you can get at a reasonable price. If you want something that's like the top of the line, I'm not providing that yet. But this is still great tint. It's not gonna fade, it won't turn purple, there won't be any bubbling. See, so this right here, just pull up the liner. I already squeegee this bottom part because the window was rolled up, so any contamination has been gone. I'm gonna just lightly, I just sprayed Joey, man. But I just lightly misted this. I'm gonna start tucking a corner in at a time, and then essentially just tucking in the liner. I'm gonna grab right here my Easy Reach, gold Easy Reach, and just start tucking in the film. After that, I'm gonna just squeegee out the rest of the water and this window will be done. And then once everything's squeegeed out towards the corners, I'm gonna grab my red turbo to get the corners of this really good. Once again, this one's a little stiffer than that Blue Max. Give it another spray, squeegee it, and this window's pretty much done. So this is a 20% shade, which is considered medium. Typically I tell people that don't want to go too dark but want some sort of privacy, I'll let them know that this is perfect for them. This is essentially factory tint, so when I'm matching like factory to the front windows, this is the shade that I would go with. It's considered medium. Anything below 20, so 15, 20, and 5 is considered dark. That's when you start getting darker, and then anything above 20 is considered light. That's when you start going 25, 30, 35. That's when it starts getting considered a lighter shade. This, I feel though, you know, most people like this or 5%. This is the most popular. So right here, I have to heat shrink the film to shape it to the glass. Window tint film obviously comes flat. It doesn't come with any shape. And if the glass has any type of curve, you have to mold the film to the curve of the glass. So right here, I'm just gonna heat up these fingers. I know it might be a little hard to see, but I'm gonna heat these fingers up and push them out. That way it's shaped, it's folded up, and it'll be pretty much set, because if I don't do this, these fingers will reappear when it comes to the installation. So we top load the film. So with that, I just go in one corner and make sure that this is fully set. And we go in with the other one, and we're just gonna line up the top. So a lot of people will want their tint to be completely lined up with the top, but that's not ideal, because what happens is that if the film lines up with the top edge, it will begin to peel the more you roll up and down the film. So I leave a slight gap, very little. So right there is about good for me. I'm gonna spray it down, excuse me, spray it down. And then the same thing we did on the other side, same process, give it a light squeegee. So this step right here is really important. Before you tuck the film, I need to make sure that it's gonna be lined up with this bottom edge. It's not sitting on top of it, and it's not sitting on top, so it won't get any contamination. This line right here, you can kind of see it's starting to make its way in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the Easy Reach and just basically tuck it like that with my fingers. That way it's tucked into the seal, and when you go to roll down your window, it's not going to pull on the seal. So that right there is just gonna give it an easy squeegee. Easy squeegee. Side to side. I'm gonna get the whole window wet once more. That's pretty much done. Give it a hard squeegee once again. Side to side. Get my red turbo, which is a hard squeegee. Get the corners. I'll go back side and then front side with the squeegee. So it's like this and like that. Same thing on this side. Back side, front side, get the bottom, And this is pretty much done. What I was saying about the heat shrinking, there's no fingers at the bottom. As compared to some other windows, there were some fingers that came up. So that's pretty much it. This car is pretty much ready to go. I just need to detail it. Some small work on the side, but this car is ready to be turned in. So you guys just saw me tint this 2014 Scion XB. I will be trying to provide more videos in the future, hopefully on a weekly basis. Once again, my name is Chris here at Fresh Off the Lot. If you guys want to contact me, my number is 661-268-9477. You guys can follow me on Instagram at @FreshOffTheLot_. And I also have a website, www.freshofftheLot.com. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
Chief out of flight, nigga can't even see me on way out of here. I'm too far in the sky. Heard me, it's ash for the dump, my